At Northwestern, finished up at Indiana.
Been now with the Blue for a couple years, and a player who has really developed in his time.
Jang wants it in the post. Use that double team. That's the advantage of height. He can pass over that double team.
Miller Kopp turns down the three, drives in, and hammers home.
Who is worthy?
Well, both organizations, as far as this current NBA and NBA G League season, have done a fantastic job with their operation. Leones for three. 1 second. Nice putback by Miller Kopp.
They're shooting 30% from beyond the arc right now, so they're looking to keep getting those up.
Okay, Morgan, thanks. Wood is up to 11 points. Third member of the Suns in double figures. Nice entry to Starkey.
Able to square him up.
How about him waving the rest of his teammates on? Kopp, he wants a turn, knocks it down. Now they've got Tyrese Samuel draped all over Starkey. He was rolling to the rim. They instead kick it out. The Valley Suns have 14 turnovers, resulting in 27.
A number of OKC's turnovers have been dead ball turnovers.
33-point lead for the Blue. Well, they play this connected. Kopp is just feeling it.
Ramsey up to Kopp, open, releases for three, got that one.
And no doubt about it, they don't ever hurt you, but they step out there and they execute for you when they need it.
No good, rebounded by Hamilton with 1 second left. Kopp lets it go, and he knocked it in from 50 feet. Go down 6. Pass to Ryan on the left wing. Then Kopp in the corner for the triple. Count it. 60-52, 4:45 to play in the half. Kopp for three, left wing, bottom.
Tyson couldn't shift over to get it.
Kopp for three, bang. Down 2, Ramsey up top, off to Kopp. Kopp with a three, yes!
Every time you get that ball, it's a fresh opportunity to hit a big-time shot like Miller Kopp just did.
And a career-high 29 points, and then he blocks a shot.
Starkey initiating out top. Kopp trying to pick up where he left off, and he does! Redirects, and the Blues going to try to flip the floor. Kopp, can he do it again? He does! Knocks it down in the corner. Miller Kopp.
Everybody uncomfortable. As long as they make other teams uncomfortable, they're very effective. And what we see?
Kopp again! Starkey now has it. Kopp trying again on that curl three. Hits it again! Ends up in the hands of Brian Bowen, excuse me. And now Kopp again for three. 6 turnovers for Stockton, 5 for OKC. Kopp thought about another three, drew 2 defenders, flings it over to Ramsey for 3. That's good. And here's Cameron Brown making a steal on the inbounds pass. Now it's going to be a race to the finish line. Miller Kopp soars for the one-handed jam.
Spent some time in Albuquerque over the All-Star break as Miller Kopp. Perrymont was here last night with the officiating crew. Miller Kopp and Noah Starkey the rebound. Miller Kopp will try again, and Miller Kopp will hit. Jamias Ramsey trying to stop the run. Miller Kopp, who instead of shifting to the left will go to the right, scoring one more for Miller Kopp. Still got a tight group as far as respecting the orange tonight. Miller Kopp puts on the brakes. Javante Cook, ball stolen by Keyshawn Johnson, then stolen back by Kopp. Javante Cook for 3. Continue. Get some good work from the outside from Melendez Man Williams. Tied at 50. Miller Kopp's going to try again. Miller Kopp's going to score again. Still opportunity, and the Blue will come through. Miller Kopp, he wants to launch. Good decision. Back to a 10-point game again, but we were here not long ago with less time on the clock. Miller Kopp. Miller Kopp.
Now the Blue have Logan Johnson starting today at point. Now he had almost a triple-double earlier on in the season when he did that. But
Gainey down low. Kopp for 3 on the right wing. That is true. Johnson goes right, finds Kopp curling around a screen. Miller Kopp. Johnson got his hand on it. And now Kopp, he's always hunting a 3, finds it in the corner. That one spins in. Can't finish it off, but Starkey helps Miller Kopp reload for 3, and it's a 5th.
start doing this possession by possession.
Thanks for joining us here on a Friday afternoon. Here's Miller Kopp, sidestep for three, make it 6. Dove on the floor for a loose ball, and that just kind of seemed to change the mood. Miller Kopp.
Been on fire from the three-point line for them.
Let's see what you did there. Kopp trying to play off of Leon's, really hunting a three, but he finds Leon's on the roll and a tough finish. And with 15 on the shot clock, OKC going to get into an action. Ramsey had nowhere to go. Now Kopp with less than 10 on the shot clock. He goes around, he's double teamed, kicks to Brown. Brown for three, made a big one earlier, and another one.
He's been helped by the size of Koloko and Jemison, but looked like he thought that was a foul. Here's Johnson. Kopp with an early three-pointer, and was OKC had dropped into a zone there?
They did. Coach Bush decided to go into that zone, coming out in his game. Okay, he plays a lot of time up in the NBA, so he knows how to get shots without forcing the issue. There's nothing. You got pretty much a quarter and a half to play.
Well, speaking of Kopp, I mean, can't miss right now.
Kopp has definitely displayed that, but he's not the only one, because now they brought in that other shooter.
Well, Kopp does a nice job there. Shot clock down to 4. Here's Goodwin. Tries for the scoop. It's rejected. Shot clock violation here. Yep, there you go. There's the shot.
Very, very, as we say, like glue on him especially.
Right, here's Ramsey. Taking Lavari to the rim. The three for the lead.